Hey there, all you hosers at home. My name is Derek, and I'm the creator of Blackout. Blackout is a new mystery board game where you solve the mystery of what the hell happened after you blacked out drunk last night. It plays like Sherlock Holmes meets The Hangover. On your phone, you get all the social media apps of the character in the mystery. You can browse through their texts, their feed, their photos, their Tinder, and 15 more apps to get a sense of what was going on and who they might have been meeting up with when they were out on the town. Use that information with the map. On the map, you find your friends and they will help you recover the memories of your blackout night of drinking. The object of each mystery is to put together the timeline of events of your blackout night. In this video today, we're going to be walking through the tutorial of the game, the rules of Blackout, and we'll get you set up on your first Blackout mystery, which is free to play today at blackout.com. To get started, head to blackout.com and hit the button at the top that says Play Blackout Now. This will redirect you to the web app. This loads in your browser on your phone or on your laptop. After you've created an account and verified your email, you'll be greeted with this screen where you can hit the green button to start the tutorial. In the first part of the tutorial, you will read the brochure about Icy Basin, the town where all of the Blackout mysteries are set. As you can see, you have a variety of apps on your phone that you'll be able to access after you finish the tutorial. We'll start with the brochure. Icy Basin is a former mining town with a rich history of gold, betrayal, and redemption, dating back to the late 1800s. The town is nestled in a mountainous valley far from other major cities. Not only is it surrounded by the Rocky Mountains on all sides, it's further subdivided by the Pastoria River, which divides the town into 5 unique districts. The first district is the campus. The signature draw of Icy Basin is the university, IBU. Originating as a mining engineering college with a reputation for partying, IBU continued to draw in students long after the gold dried up. The second district is the residence. Adjacent to the IBU campus sits 4 dorms and a mess hall. These halls were originally mining encampments for the working class miners panning the river's basin, but have since undergone renovation to turn the log cabins into student dorms. The third district is the Valley. Being adjacent to the mining encampments, the Valley was where the bar scene of Icy Basin began. It's home to almost all of the clubs, breweries, and adult entertainment the town has to offer. The fourth district is downtown, which is upstream from the valley. The downtown core of Icy Basin is a modern, upscale city center. It's the home of the mayor's office and is bustling with cafes, restaurants, and tech companies opening up exotic, remote campuses. The fifth and final district of Icy Basin is the Burbs. It's on the southeast side. The Burbs have exploded in growth to meet the housing demands from young families and university students alike. Through the week, it is calm. Until Friday and Saturday night, the house parties keep the otherwise quiet Burbs rockin'. In Icy Basin, there is the Blackoot, and it's no secret that drinking too much causes you to forget the night before. But in Icy Basin, it hits different. It hits hard. It's like your memories have been completely erased. Some people say the Blackout simply exists because the students party too hard. Some blame the Blackouts on the rumored caverns of gold beneath the town. These spiritualistic folk claim that our natural harmonics resonate with the gold and it can alter your chi state. Others who claim to know the town's history better than anyone else point to various anomalies and conspiracies that the IBPD have never solved, such as incidents in 1939, 71, 2002, and more. Now that you understand Icy Basin and you have a hint at the origin of the Blackouts, you can get access to the Prologue. The Prologue takes place 1 week after the original Blackout night of drinking. When you're ready, hit the green button to start reading. As you can see here, we're at Campus 94, which is an address in town, and this is a bar called the Beaver Dam. As you can see, we're at Campus 94. This is an address in town, and the bar that we are inside is called the Beaver Dam. If you wish to skip to the next section of the rules, please feel free to go ahead. However, if you want to hear me read the prologue out loud, I will begin right now. You only just turned drinking age last week, but something quite amazing happened on your first ever big night on the town. Everybody you meet has told you one thing: you have to tell this story to Willie, the bartender at the campus bar, the Beaver Dam. When you push open the door, it feels like you found yourself a new home. The air is warm, smelling like freshly brewed beer. It's not a huge establishment. There are maybe 8 tables and a bar top inside the dam. It's 5 p.m. There's some light music playing in the background, and some grad students are grading homework over a few pints at one of the tables. Every square inch of the walls are covered with university memorabilia that date back to the 1900s when the university first opened. Pub Crawl 1970, a pinned up t-shirt reads. You a beaver? 'Cause damn, is on a pennant on the ceiling. The barkeep returns from serving some of the grad students in the corner and gives you an up and down look. You see his name tag, Willie, and before you can speak, he cuts you off with a Newfie accent. Yeah, you must be John. Yes, I was wondering when you'd walk in. Ha, how did you know, you stammer. Some of my regulars been telling me bits and pieces about some skinny redhead who had an icy Basin blackout last weekend. And that I've got to hear his story, he replies. One more time? You inquire. Aye, the blackout. It's been happening as long as people have been living here. Something about this town, I'll tell you now, John, be different. Do the blackouts explain this? You say as you pull out from your pocket an old, rusted, golden skeleton key. It has an intricate handle and some oddly shaped teeth. Willie pulls the glasses that hang from a chain around his neck and pulls them up to his face to look closer. What in tarnation? Willie exclaims. Let's hear this story. What are you having a drink whilst we get to know each other? So now that you have heard the prologue, you can get ready to learn the rules, which are the mechanics of how you actually can solve these blackout mysteries. When you're ready, hit the green button. And now you'll see that your apps are almost done updating. In this section, I will read aloud all of the rules of Blackout. If you prefer to read these on your own, skip to the marker indicated in the description. So Blackout is a cooperative, rowdy, silly, drunken detective game. After a blackout night of drinking, your job is to explore the protagonist's phone and piece together what happened. In each mystery, you'll be playing as a student who had a blackout night of drinking. In this first mystery, you'll be playing as John O'Toole. It's John's 19th birthday and first night of legal drinking. And to figure out what he did the night before, you'll live life through his eyes and, most importantly, through his phone. You'll play the most of the mystery as Hangover John. By exploring Icy Basin the day after your blackout, you'll visit the people and places that can help you jog your memory. And as you begin to remember your blackout, you can relive his memories as they were happening last night. The memories are from John's perspective. Now, choosing a role. Blackout can be played solo. It can be played with any number of players. But it's best to divide and conquer the various apps on the phone. You'll each pick one role when you're playing with multiple friends, and you'll be responsible for sharing the information you learned in your respective apps. The first role is the texter. You'll be covering the text, emails, bank, and calendar apps. You text fast, and you probably read emails on vacation. The texter will know the most about John through everything he's doing, saying, or spending. The second role, usually the most contested among people that play the game, is the gossip. You're a basic bitch, and you're probably flipping between the tutorial and Instagram right now. You do social media detective work for fun, and you'll be responsible for figuring out the social dynamics of John's circle and his love life. You get access to the feed, photos, Matcher, which is like Tinder, and OMG IBU, which is like a Yik Yak type app, where you can explore multiple feeds of gossip. The third app is the Navigator. You'll be figuring out where John's been going. You're going to be gluing the team together, and you'll take great notes. You'll mark where people live, what places John visited, where he might have been traveling, and the timeline of events all on the board. The goal of the board is to help you understand where he could have stumbled on his blackout night of drinking. The 3 apps that you'll be responsible for are the taxi app, similar to Uber, the transit app, and the map. The final role is the game master. It's the last but not least, and it's the most important role. You are going to be the narrator of the game. You'll be responsible for the most critical part, visiting the people and places in Icy Basin and recovering John's blackout memories. 2 of the apps function similarly, the Contacts and Yellow Book app, which help you visit people and places respectively in the town. In the Objectives app, you'll keep track of the various objectives that you have for your mystery, and the Memories app helps you relive the memories as John when he was blackout drunk. After you do us a favor and follow us on both Twitter and Instagram, you can get ready to assign your roles. Now, I've already assigned my roles, but you can always reassign them by clicking this pencil in the top right corner of your profile. You will see the 4 roles and toggle them on and off as you need to play with your friends. After you've selected your roles, you'll be invited to read John's Hangover. Similar to the section before, if you do not wish to hear me read John's Hangover, skip to the next section in the video description. It's the start of the day. Your residence room, Res 20, 11:31 a.m., Saturday, October 6th, 2012. A high-pitched tone pierces through your ears. Hell, it feels like it's going right through your skull. You have the feeling that you can't move your eyes, your head, your arms, or your legs. As you begin to wake up, you realize that you are, in fact, not dead, but are the closest to being dead that humans might just be able to feel. When you try to roll out of the bed, something drags you over the edge. Thump. You hit the floor hard and fuck, it really hurts. You curse, but not loudly. It's too early for loud noises. Actually, you have no idea what time it is, but the sun shining bright through the curtains tells you that it's been likely almost noon. How long have you been out? You sit up, only to look down at the horror of your left arm. It's bruised, swollen, and most importantly, currently handcuffed to a large steel briefcase. The royal fuck, you wonder to yourself, did I do last night? Looking closer at the briefcase, it has a single keyhole and is locked shut. You can't see any other identifying information that could help you figure out what kind of edgelord or criminal might have given you this, or worse, what kind of person you might have stolen it from. To calm your nerves and hangover, you pop 2 Advil, a cup of water, and then return to your bed, deciding that although there is a goddamn briefcase handcuffed to your wrist, that a nap is needed to process any of this bullshit. Why does anyone even drink alcohol? You repeatedly ask yourself. Life when you were 18 was so much simpler. You peel back the sheets and to your surprise find a retainer in your bed. You ponder. I don't wear a retainer. Your heart starts to race. Was a girl here last night? You pick up the retainer. It's certainly small, not like it could have belonged to any of your other male roommates who are bigger than you. Anxiety sets in as you begin to ponder the possibilities of what you could have done last night. No time for a nap, it seems. You reach into the pair of pants you were wearing last night and dig out your phone, and you experience the first good thing to happen to you this morning. You find $3.50 in change in your pants pocket. As you try to check your phone, you'll see that all of your apps are updating, so you'll have to wait a bit to investigate your phone. You head into the living room to see if your roommates are around and able to help you in your time of need. You see Gabe in his PJs lying on the couch, relentlessly scrolling away. Ben is drawing a play at the table, and Chris is staring at you, shaking his head. "Boys," you call out. "John," they reply. "I need some help," you say. "No shit, Sherlock," Chris says. You explain to the boys that you have no memory at all of what happened last night whatsoever. Since that first drop of alcohol, your mind is a blank slate. "Ah," says Ben, the porch crawler. "Worked like a charm, too much of a charm it seems." They explain that you were playing the Mario Party drinking game with them here in the flat until around 9 p.m. before you just vanished into thin air. Looking down at your Wii, you notice that one of your controllers is missing, and that the basin of porch crawler you were drinking from last night is dry as a bone. Mario Party is still running, the game at the pause screen. Your favorite character, Waluigi, completely decimated the other players. That must have meant you drank way too much. A few things I want to point out. When you read text in bold, that's usually an important sign of something that you should note down. Sometimes, when you explore an area, you will get new objectives added. Right now, we have 3 new objectives in addition to the main objective, which is piecing together the timeline of events. We have to find the owner of the retainer, find our missing controller, and open the briefcase. So the only thing left to learn is about the apps that you'll be using on John's phone to help you solve this mystery. So now we can go into the App Info app, which can give you tips and tricks for each of the apps. This information is actually really important. I don't suggest skipping it over. Now, I won't be reading it in this tutorial, but as you play the game, make sure to carefully read all of these tips and tricks to help you become a better Blackout detective. After scrolling through all of these, you'll be able to read the golden rule. Be careful of writing off information too quickly, as it will take collaboration between all players to put the full picture together. The best strategy is to share everything you learn and talk as much as possible with your fellow detectives. And when your group is ready, you can hit the button to begin Blackout. So from here on out, you are free to go. Let me explain in the next section how to get the first 2 critical pieces of information set up, which is the first part being the map, and the second part being your first recovered memory. The first major instruction in Blackout is to set up the map. This is a job for the navigator. The navigator will open the Maps app where they can read the options on how to get a map. These instructions are below the instructions on how to navigate. So, to get a map, there are 3 ways. First of all, you can print and play using the links below. Secondly, you can download the map and upload it to a virtual collaboration tool like Miro to collaborate with your friends. And the third way is to play on Tabletop Simulator, where you can find Blackoot in the community workshop. So below, you have all of the links for what you're going to do. And in this video, I'm going to use Miro to show you how to play the game digitally. I've already loaded the map by downloading it and then re-uploading it to Miro using this button right here. So now I have a full map of the town that I can use to play Blackoot. The next major instruction is for the Game Master. When they were reading their instructions in the App Info app, they would have been told that the first thing that they should be doing is recovering John's first drunken memory. So we will do that right now to show you how this works. In the Memories app, you will see a bar where you can type in addresses where you had drunken memories. We know the first one is at Res 20, which is the address for John's dorm room, and we learned this in the prologue. So we will type in Res 20, hit the Recover Memories button, and now we'll see our first drunken memory from John's dorm room. Him and the guys playing Mario Party drinking game. I won't read this passage out loud, but I will point out one key part at the bottom. You can see that in bold it says, in a bored reflex, you pull up your phone and check your texts to see what else is happening and catch up on some birthday messages. This is key, and you should tell this information to the texter so that they can open up the texts and see what might have been happening. The navigator, having confirmed a location of one of the memories, can use the map to mark out John's dorm room as the starting point of the night. And from here on out, solving the mystery is up to you. I really hope that you enjoy the game, and please check out our Kickstarter, buy our DLC, and continue to support expansion of more Blackout content. My name is Derek. I'm the founder and creator of Blackoot, and I hope you have a great fucking time. Cheers.